people.
So, sir, can we, because meanwhile people are coming, so let's start the session and let's have an open forum. Let's start to understand what is branding is all about. Let's hear it out from all our, esteemed doctors that according to them, what is branding? Because personal branding or a hospital branding, clinic branding, branding is a common. So, what do you think? What is branding?
So commonly people think branding is when I create a logo and when I
Okay.
create a tagline, uh,
Okay.
and then I have created a brand for myself. That is a very common perception. Or when I have uniform color coding, or when I have standardized documents, stationery, uh,
Okay.
that, or if my staff is wearing a uniform and everything, that most of the time I used to think that that is branding. Maybe we can hear from other people also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what is branding? Maybe that's the question. What do you think is branding? So maybe our PDP scholars can start answering like what in your perception is branding. We can keep away personal branding, hospital branding, as Akhil said. Like we can talk, think about, understand, maybe get into what we understand is a brand. Maybe Dr.
What
Sailesh.
I feel, yeah, maybe what I feel, sir, in addition to what all you told, probably, showcasing our achievements or be it clinical or academic, showcasing that, or the showcasing any specific or the things which are, highlight of the hospital. Like for my center, it is like in the district where I operate, daycare, same day testing and same day surgery is not done. In fact, I am the only one doing that. So the more I broadcast such things, it's part of
Okay.
branding as well.
Okay.
So showcasing your achievements and your authority of the subject is branding, apart
Okay.
from logo and other things.
Okay.
Maybe Dr. Gaurav.
Maybe showcasing clinical achievements as well, showcasing your success stories, things like that. It goes
Yeah.
with that.
Dr. Gaurav, maybe you can.
Yes, sir. So for me, branding means some in your hospital and at least 100 kilometer around area. Whenever a eye ailment occurs, people should think you not first, at least second for opinion. That's the brand.
So
Great. Okay.
first in mind recall is branding.
Yeah.
Recall. Absolutely.
Okay,
Mm.
Dr. Kaushik, you can answer.
Yeah, branding is, I feel, whatever our potential or customers are there, their perception. So, what our customers or patients feel about us, or what message we want to convey to be perceived by them.
Okay, I think Dr. Kaushik is closer to the.
Wow.
So
Right.
anybody else like Dr. Deepak Goyal or Dr. Sandeep, Purva?
Hello.
Yeah, Santosh. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
I think branding is a process for creating unique identity for a business, product, or person, so that people can recognize it, and remember it. I mean, that is a branding,
Okay,
in
create
my opinion.
unique identity for yourself.
Unique identity for a person, so that people can recognize it and remember
Okay.
it.
Okay. So
Okay.
anybody else wants to take the thing, or I think Mr. Akhil can go ahead and.
So, sir, what we can do is, once you'll say, okay, I just got this video. I'll start with the video, which
Yeah.
will, which will clarify what is branding is all about.
Okay.
And then
Please.
we'll
Sir,
start on it.
I would like to just mention something, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Please.
I feel branding is for what we stand for and
Perfect.
who we are. I think that's a brand that we have. If who we are is shaky, then whatever we say or whatever we do doesn't really matter. For example, we can say patient-centric, but if we are looking at the person who's paying more money and then letting him in, then we are not centric. We are not.
So branding is the value system. I think what you are coming to say is branding is the ethics and value system, and what you proclaim, you deliver it to the patients. Yeah, I think closer. Yeah. Yeah, maybe sir, Akhil sir, you can play the video.
Okay, so should we start or?
Yeah, we can start. We have around 19-20 people. Let's start.
Okay, that's great. So good evening, all of you, and thanks a lot that you people had contributed yesterday. I put some polls. It was like, very purposefully, I put that particular polls, and I very purposefully I had not opened that, multi options, because I really wanted to, do that kind of a thing that, where you do a, okay, yeah, I can do both of this, or I'm struggling between this two, but let me select one. So that is very purposefully I done it. And why we had started with the branding, because whatever, like hospital, clinic, or personal branding, branding is a common. And rightly said by Senthil sir as well as few doctors that everybody's perception toward branding is something different. Overall, people think that, the logo, the identity, the advertisement, the way I put the, the communications into the general public, the bigger boards, the, uniforms, or maybe the stationaries or a visiting card, these are the brandings. Some people had said that, the value system, absolutely. But if you have a value system, but there is no communication, then also it's a struggle. So what I'll do is there is one very good video which clarify the branding is what. I'll be sharing that video first. Sushil, just let me know if there is no sound. So I'll play it again. But most probably because we are tested, so it will be work in a proper way only. So let me start with that first. Perfect. So that's it. I think hope that entire video played properly. Susil?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I'm sure majority of people have seen that, it's not only about the color, logo mark, identity, or maybe the font. It's about a lot of things. It's about the value system, the about the, the characteristics of your whatever the services or a product. So combinedly, it's create the brand. So for example, sir, I'll just quickly put a example of a Nike. So if you compare the Nike's advertisement from very early days, they never ever sold that products that we have a lightweighted shoes, or maybe we have our sole is very good, or maybe our cushion is very good on shoes, or our shoes are very stylish. They never talk about the characteristics or specifications of a shoes. They always talk about the inspiration. They always talk about the athletics. They always talk about the sportsman spirit. And that's how they created the every athlete. Like for example, say I'm a badminton player. So somehow I always feel that, if I'm wearing the Nike, it's a different feel altogether. So that kind of a branding is all about. And obviously we don't want to go into the branding into the depth. Let's go back to the, personal branding. Meanwhile, I think somebody is put a message. Okay, hello, Dr. Aswini. Sir, all this brand research where they are mostly heavy marketing went to it. Is it? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So we are not talking about the bigger brands. And thanks a lot, put it this particular questions over here, because the next thing I was doing the same thing, that how many of you think that you are already a brand? Let's open the mic and let me know that, how many of you are already think that you are a brand. Because according to me, to be very frank, every human being carries his brand aura. Every human being is having, his personal branding. For example, so I'll put a very basic example. There is one girl, around 20, 21-year-old girl, because of some problem, her height is only 3 feet. And she always comes morning 11 o'clock and in the evening 3:30, 4 o'clock to serve the tea to my office. And she's like, she looks like a 9-year or 10-year girl, but she is a 22-year girl. And whenever I see her, I never see her height or anything. I always see that, the smiling face. The way she enter into my office saying that, good morning, sir. Would you like to have a kya aap chai piyoge? Like the way she talk, because she's a, tea vendor kind of. But she always speak in English because she's studying also, apart from, selling the tea. Chai बेचने के अलावा she is doing the study also. So her communication is something which always I remember. I don't remember her height or this, but her communication, the way she talk, that is something, for me, her personal branding is all about. So what do you think? How many of you think that, you are already personal brand, and what one characteristic, what one thing people are recognizing about you? Anybody wants to put
ड्रेनेज का ठीक करना
Gaurav sir is saying Vasu. Yes, Vasu is equal to Gaurav sir. Okay. Anybody wants to speak over here, like, anybody, like,
Yeah, hi sir, Dr. Shailesh here. For
Yes,
me,
sir.
it is just about the place where I practice. It's a district place. So me just wearing a proper scrub. I wear scrub in OPDs as well with hospital name on the thing and my name mentioned, embodied on it. So just that itself is like people are keeping that in mind. And in addition to that, I always for my cataract patients, OT patients, specifically one line I say. The moment you step inside the hospital, it's my responsibility, so don't worry. That one line, what I'm telling to the patients is just these two things are one, it catches on very early, easily onto the patient. It is just enough to get them, convinced that though I'm a new hospital, mine is just a 2-year-old hospital, 2.5-year-old hospital, we are getting decent movements just because of these two things which are catching up with the patient. In addition to that, same day testing and same day surgery is something relatively new. In fact, the topical phaco, no injection phaco, that itself is like, my hospital name is Infinity. So Infinity, people relating to Infinity, that one day you just go, everything is normal, and in a day everything is done. So that has become my brand.
Okay, so you already have your aura as well as your communication style, which is
Yes, sir.
that is amazing. Dr. Kaushik Shah is saying that I am a brand. Dr. Kaushik Shah equal to transparency. Amazing. So this is something really we know that there are a lot of people around it. Like for example, say I'll put name uh, Anil Ambani. What one thing comes into your mind when I talk about the Anil Ambani? Anyone? Loser. Absolutely. How about the Mukesh Ambani? Great. Then how about the Devi Sethi? Dr. Devi Sethi.
Visionary, legend.
Mixed aura. Okay. So everybody has, see, great heart surgeon, absolutely. Anybody want, they'll connect straight away that he is a great heart surgeon. So everybody had created something unique around it. And that's the reason people are reminding them, and you are already a brand because you're already seeing the patients and patients are already putting a trust on you. You just need to, in today's sessions, what we'll be doing is we'll be refining and we'll be taking it to the next level. And I was talking to Dr. Senthil sir that, today's session would be, looks like a little theoretical knowledge, but that's what if you really wanted to build up the personal brand, and that's what, everyone needs to do it. And obviously it's a little, the theory part of it. And now let me share my screen again. Hope my screen is visible to everyone. Visible? Susil? Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, thanks for replying. I was just, So basically, today we'll be talking about the personal branding. And personal branding, it doesn't mean that, we'll be talking about the social media. Because everybody thinks that, personal branding or anything, any marketing is social media. Because dominance is such a way that, digital media is always we think that, marketing is equal to digital media. Marketing is equal to social media. This is about who I am as a professional, not what I post, right? So the first and most important part is I wanted to present over here that as I told you that everybody has his own personal brand, and in terms of a digital marketing or a digital media presence, if you are not putting your narrative, then people are already putting about your narratives. And this is one of the exercise I always tell doctor to do on a frequently basis, that just go to the Google and check about yourself, that who are you, because there are a lot of digital footprints around you. And thanks to the AI and thanks to the various platform where you can do a deep research around you, and that platform will give you the detailed research, kind of a document for you, that okay, digitally, who are you? So because nowadays, 75-80% people are digital consumptions are there. So obviously we need to be there, and our personal brand, our personal aura should be reflected there, even social media also. So this is one of the exercise which we need to do it as per your time allows. You do it, and personally I do it every 3 months. I keep on checking that, what people are talking about me, what the overall the digital gametes of this thing are talking about me, and that gives me directions to work whatever the the thing I had discussed or whatever the things I wanted to do it in my life. And here is the confusion. Every doctor, I'm sure, not only you, there are a lot of doctors in current scenario, they always feel that, who am I? Am I a clinician? Am I a surgeon? Am I a educator? Am I an influencer? I'm a marketer. मैं कौन हूँ यार? Means there are a lot of things because you need to play a lot of roles into it in your life. There are certain times you need to become a authoritative tone, authoritative image into the general public. So you utilize your YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all the stuff where you uh, play a role of a kind of an influencer. When it comes to your accountant, finance, or chartered accountant meeting, then you become a the businessman, the entrepreneur. If you wanted to scale it up, or if you wanted to do a growth about a new starting a new services in your center, then you talk about the profitability, ROI, and all the stuff. So you play a role of a businessman also, the entrepreneur also, educator obviously because you do a lot of counseling in your life day to day, every hour. You meet the patients, counsel them, explain them about the problems. And clinician, obviously, you are there. You are a doctor, so you are a clinician. Yeah, but this is what the confusion zone across the doctors and across this particular profession. That actually मैं कौन हूँ यार? Means what exactly I wanted to do it in my life. And the big misunderstanding around this is, which I already talked about in starting, that people are thinking that if I post a lot of content, very very good content, if I'll wear a very good suit or scrub, or very good lighting would be there, and I'll do a very good shootings, and producing the very good content around myself, then I'll become a great brand. Everybody will see it. And I don't want to name particular doctors over here, but there are few doctors, there are a lot of doctors, in fact, who are doing amazing reel editing, amazing videos on a various social media. But when I see as a third person, I don't see as a brand. I don't see them as a brand. There are a lot of doctors whose followers are 30K, 40K, 50K on Instagram, but they are still struggling to get the patients, the quality patients, because they are getting the very good, likes, views, and everything on social media. But unfortunately, that is not converting into the business. They're not converting into the, you can say, a customer or a patient. So this is like, the bigger thing is like, on the above the thing, people see the post, reels, and video. But underneath, below that, it's your value, your behavior, your system, and overall the experience you provide to your one patient, the first patient, or a continuous patient. That's what the really personal branding is all about. And why it matters, in particular, when we talk about the healthcare or doctors, because understand you had spent your more than 12 years of your life. means हम लोग बोलते हैं कि I am a commerce background people, management people, we had not spent much time into the study. The you people had spent because you had done your graduations, masters, fellowship, then the skill enhancement. You had invested your golden time, the golden Javanika time, the young when you were there in a college. That time you had invested your time into studying this medicine, and then you become a doctor. And after that, you started your clinic, you started your practice. So it really matters because you had already created your personal brand, but that personal brand should convert into the assets, convert into the the long-term legacy. And to build that legacy, this is what I always prefer, that this is the very simple yet very powerful framework you can consider it, that you know it starts with the identity, and it goes with the behavior, then it goes to the proof, and the finally the presence, the reels and the outer world experiencing your personal branding. is the presence. So what we'll do is we'll take each step one by one. But you need to remember this four thing: identity, behavior, proof, and the presence. Presence is like, the marketing thing or a communications thing. Because we are building the entire reputation, we are building the entire legacy around you as a person, right? So it's again not a typical content creation we are talking about. It's about identity. So whenever we wanted to start to build the personal branding, is it should always start with your inside, inside out kind of. That you really need to ask yourself that what do you stand for? Like I just put few examples like your values, your ethics, your philosophies, your boundaries. Because no doctor, no doctor is become a doctor by his a choice. चलो यार कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है डॉक्टर बन जाते हैं. It's not like that. There must be something which make you become a doctor. So it start with that you why you become a doctor, what exactly your value system is. After become a doctor, what is your dream, what is your that you wanted to make the 100 clinics, you wanted to have a big clinic or a big hospital. That is the outcome. But before that, during that journey, there must be a something which is very unique to you, which is very unique to your personality. And for that, I created this entire worksheet. I'll be sharing this worksheet with you after this session. But right now, to discuss this particular questions, I put it over here. That section one, the identity. These are the questions which really gives you a clarity that what I'm talking about, what kind of identity I'm talking about. The first question is, why did I originally choose medicine? So you need to put it on a paper yourself. This is like framework. You need to put the answers in your sheet. Then you can start working on it. And believe me, once you start doing this thing, you'll be doing a lot of brainstorming about your own self. What kind of a doctor do I genuinely want to be known as? Like up what exactly? Like somebody will say transparency. Transparency is equal to that doctor. What are my non-negotiable as a professor? There are certain, rules of my life. By whatever it costs, I'll not do this thing. Or whatever the cost, I do this thing. So what is that non-negotiables as a profession, as a doctor, as a person, as an individual, doctor XYZ, कि कुछ भी हो जाए यार, बस up and down, I'll not do this and I'll always do this. That is your non-negotiable act kind of or things like. After every patient interaction, what should a patient ideally feel? It's not about what they are feeling right now. You should first identify, okay, once I'll counsel the patient, once they go out of the OPD, they should feel about this thing. What? Safe, understood, confident. Yeah, this doctor is really confident. Care for, this doctor is very caring, This doctor is very educated. The other, because there's a huge list of things you can think about it. Then, after doing this thing, write 3 words you want people to associate it with. Yes, the first agent I want you. Like after doing this, first sections of identity, you'll be able to understand that exactly being a brand, being a personal brand, what exactly you wanted to build up. So this you can see a base. So again, I'll open the discussions and anybody has any say on it or any doubt or anything, please put forward so we can discuss and then go to the next section. Let me check chat. Anybody? I'm not able to see the chat. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. Sir, please concise to branding and its method and source to do a branding. Okay. Right now, Dr. Sandeep, we are talking about the personal branding right now. Anybody else? Anybody wants to discuss anything? No? Should I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now coming to the behavior. So what is happening is like, there are certain people who always talk about that I'm very good at this, I'm very good at this thing, I have my value system, I created this framework. But what is happening is like, day to day in behavior, they they don't put it into it. Like for example, say I'm very a soft spoken person. But when it comes to a real time picture, I'm very loud, I'm very, angry or very irritating kind of a thing. Vice versa. So basically, once you decide your identity, once you decide your entire inside out thing, that what exactly you wanted to become, what exactly people wants to think about you when they think about particular thing, how they wanted to relate with you, then you really need to start working around it, and you need to start putting into the behavior. And behavior is something which is like, it's not about artificial thing. It should come within that, and if you do that section one properly, then you'll feel this, section two, the behavior part, would be very easy, because you are not doing any kind of a modifications or, ऊपर से कुछ नहीं कर रहा. This is something really you are doing, or you are building up that environment around you, because your behavior, your the way of communication, your way of talking to the other is really creating that entire the culture around your clinic, culture around your patients, or whenever, like, if you are visiting any conference or workshop or anywhere, that kind of a behavior always put it into the other's mind that okay, यार इनको मिलते हैं ना, तो always this doctor is in this particular tone only, he's always on a smiling. And while I'm speaking, you can correlate, there are a lot of doctors, there are a lot of colleagues, there are a lot of people around you, you can straight away connect with them that okay, yeah, this is really good. And for that, again, there is some questions which will help you to, do it in cross-verify the things. That today, in earlier sections, we talked about what they wanted to be, like how you wanted to be. Today, how do patients usually describe me? So you need to do a little bit study around your practice. The base part is like, like we did take the, Google reviews from the reception to increase our local SEO thing. The same way you can appoint someone, very smart person who can, after your consultation, the counselor maybe, the counselor can, cross verify that how was your experience with the doctor in terms of a consultation, in terms of a communication, in terms of the way he explained about the, for example, say cataract, if we are talking about the cataract, so how he had explained about the various available options, whether he had given the right, advice or not, the whatever the advice he had given, it's understandable or not, कि बहुत ही भारी भारी वर्ड्स में उन्होंने बता दिया, इजी वे में समझाया कि नहीं समझाया. Then how does my team experience my leadership and communication? So you really need to, cross-verify your behavior with your team also. Because sometimes what is happening is like, whatever we think, I think that, I am Ambani. But come on, if I'll ask somebody other, then they'll say, okay, Baba, you are Akhil Dave. You are a simple guy. Don't talk about like, you are not Ambani. So, we think like, we are this, but somebody else, like, and the base part is our team members, because we are spending almost 8 to 10 hours with them. So they know us very well. And second goes to the family members, that how they are pursuing your behavior, how they are seeing you as a doctor. Then which of my behavior strengthen my professional brand? Like somebody has said that, I always say that, all is well or something like that. And people like that. So that is, that way they are building up that, the professional brand also, their clinic also, their practice also. So what is that behavior? Maybe, I had seen a couple of doctors, uh, uh, whenever the patient comes to his cabin, the first and most part he does is like, अरे आप कैसे हो, उनका नाम देख लेते हैं ओपीडी के वो फाइल के ऊपर से, अरे अखिल जी हाउ आर यू डूइंग, ऐसे करके उनको जस्ट he'll just one put one hand on the shoulder and just say, so it's you feel like wow, it's so familiar, it's like अपनापन लगता है, that kind of empathy some doctors create. And I always feel that then some doctors, they always put the pen, prescriptions, everything aside, and they just look at the patient and say, okay माँ बताइए क्या हुआ, and the entire focus goes into the patient's communications only. They don't write, they don't do any kind of a paperwork. They just listen. And believe me, the general public love the doctor who listen to the patients. There are certain doctors who listen to, okay, अच्छा आपका ऐसा हो रहा है. Then they write it in some paper. Okay, okay, okay. And maybe they check their reports first. कि ओके आपने ओसीटी करवाया, ये करवाया, आपका बीपी ये है, आपकी आई सेट ये है. और meanwhile he is talking, you are listening. You are not ignoring them. You are listening to them, but patient feel like doctor is not giving me attention. So I'm talking about this kind of a behavior. So which of my behavior strengthen my professional brand, which behavior may be silently weakening it, like कौन सा ऐसा behavior है जो silently मेरी प्रोफेशनल ब्रांड जो है या प्रोफेशनल मेरा जो बिजनेस है उसको वो अफेक्ट कर रहा है. And believe me, this is something, that's the reason I said that, when it comes to personal branding, it's so much of inside out. You really need to do a lot of inside out thing. And this particular things can be narrated or can be explained by your team members, family, and other colleagues in a very well format. But you need to ask them that, but you need to do this kind of exercise. So this is what the section 2 is all about, behavior. So anybody wants to have anything about this section? Anybody wants to say anything about this or ask anything about this? If no, then we can go ahead. Oh, wow. No query. Wow. Let's go. Okay. Now coming to the third stage. If you had created your identity, you had penned out the things that, okay, this is my non-negotiable thing. This is what my characteristics all about. This is what I'll be look like. This is what I wanted to build up. And this is what patients should uh, feel about myself. And obviously I'm doing it a regular basis. It's not a cosmetic things I'm doing. I'm actually in my behavior. I do those things and regularly I'm doing this. Then obviously it comes to a proof, which is I call the creditability layer. Trust is built on evidence, not the visibility. Why I put this particular, you know, the thing is because people think that if you are having a great social media, great visibility, great searchability, then you become a brand. No, everybody, like in current era, I was reading some research paper. It's not about the India, but it's overall world, that before doing any consultation or any healthcare decision, patient nowadays are doing multiple checks. They are not only relying on the word of mouth, they are also relying on word of mouth 2.0, which is digital also. They go check the various available sources, the Google My Business, the various review, and then they comes to a conclusion that okay, this doctor is good. They create some kind of picture about your clinic or your persona, and then he step into your clinic for the consultations. So proof is something which is the product of your identity and a behavior, and it should reflect on your experience. It should reflect in your culture. It should reflect in your overall the practice. Because if you are saying that somebody should rely me or connect me with the transparency, for example, some doctors say transparency, and one fine day, you are saying that in his clinic, somebody is arguing on the package rate. that, okay, doctor had told me that, cataract will be done in this 85,000, which includes the lens cost also, but you had included this XYZ medicine cost, or this was, the additional cost. It was not conveyed to me. I'm okay to pay, but right now, it was not conveyed to me. So what will happen is like, you're talking about the transparency, but at the same time, when it comes to a real practice, that proof is not visible. Or maybe there are certain good hospitals I had seen, even clinic, where they had, listed the entire price list at the reception that, okay, at our clinic, if you are doing this, then this is what the complete end-to-end package or end-to-end price, and these are the things are included and these are the things are excluded. Say for example, some some kind of a complications or anything, it's always the exclusion, but they had written it down, they had put it into the the signboard also, the posters also, or maybe the counseling, when it comes to counseling, they properly give the entire explanation about the package in a documented version. That's what the transparency is all about. And at the same time, when somebody says that, I do a lot of research, I do a lot of skill enhancement, I do a lot of things, then proof should be your certifications, your the workshops you attend, or maybe the conference you attend, to enhance your clinical knowledge, or maybe to up to date about these clinical knowledge in the real time. So again, for proof, you need to check this particular thing. My strongest area of clinical credibility are, like somebody said that, I am very good at this. So you need to put it down. The key experiences, outcome that define my journey. So what are those? These are like, present, experience or outcomes that really defines me right now. Where have I genuinely created impact beyond routine practices? I had seen a lot of doctors who are not only the clinicians, but they are also, kind of a social workers also. They are also into the various, activities also. There are certain doctors, because I am a badminton player, again, let me put, there are a very good doctor who is a very good badminton player. He had played at a state level, and he keep on doing the activities around sports also. And he gathered the, various it's not only about the doctors, the various people who wanted to learn about the badminton. So apart from that doctor, he's a cosmetic and plastic surgeon. So apart from his clinical practice, he had created that he is very known for that, that he's a sports person. Okay, apart from he's a very good doctor, he's a sports person, and he's always trying to teach the people about this thing. And he's always very charming, he's always very smiling, and he's very fitness oriented. So that kind of a lot of things he had created apart from the routine practices. Then what proof of my work am I underutilizing? There are certain doctors who are very good at certain things, very good at identifying some very complex cases or complex things, but they never put it down on a paper. They have never, done any kind of documentations of it, or maybe they are not, jungle mein more nacha kisne dekha kind of a thing, that you are doing everything in your clinic, but nobody is aware about that you are very good at this, and you had already proven that thing in your various conferences, various workshops, and you only know that in your region you are the first person to encounter this thing, and you solve this particular problem, but nobody is aware about it. So that is the kind of, I always say, underutilizing your proof actually. The whatever the proof you have it, you're not utilized in a proper way. So this is what we started with the identity, where we had done, the brainstorming around our own self. Then we had implemented it into our behavior. And then obviously, once you had put it into your behavior, it automatically reflects in your proof that, okay, you are really doing that kind of a thing. And again, I'll stop and I'll ask any questions around this. No questions? Perfect. Wow.
Maybe we can ask for some comments Like even if there is no.
I just wanted to check whether, because I'm very sure once I'll close this session, there are a lot of questions will come. But step by step, I'm just asking if anybody has anything. So, because the slide is there, so we can discuss about it. But yeah, no worries. So let's go to the fourth section. And fourth section is your presence, your digital expressions. Why I put it particular digital expressions? Because nowadays, the majority people are like, they're on a digital. So obviously, we need to see the digital part also. But your presence. So how is the presence is all about? Like you are searchable, you are findable. Are your media or whatever the channels you had created, maybe the WhatsApp channel or maybe the groups or maybe the social media, whatever the identity, whatever the behavior you have it, and whatever the proof, their presence there as it is, or there is a gap in between. Like there are certain doctors who are different on a camera and different on a clinic. And there are certain doctors who are ditto the same. The way he communicate over a reel or a video, the way he communicated into the conferences and workshops, or maybe the colleagues party or a get together or the same tone, the same communication, the same passion, he do it in a clinic also, or maybe the different. So in this particular, you really need to check that thing, that whatever identity, behavior, and the proof, the same thing is presence. When someone searches my name today, what do they find? Are they finding the similar kind of a thing? Or something like somebody say, for example, again, I'm taking the transparency thing. For example, say somebody saying I'm transparent, and that Google review is saying that they are not transparent enough in billing, or their ecosystem is something, or whatever. I'm just putting a words into it. Does my digital or public presence match who I really am? That's the reason yesterday I put that particular poll, and everything is possible. You just need to deep dive into it and you'll be able to understand. But for doing this deep dive, the first step is very essential and very required kind of a thing. Because if you'll not understand who am I, then whatever the research or whatever the cross verification you do, it is not at all useful. Then which professional presence suits me most? लाइक लोग मुझे कैसे जानते हैं? स्पेशलिस्ट or a educator, a businessman, or a mentor, or maybe the institutional leader that, oh my God, XYZ doctor had created 5 centers, 10 centers. He's a very good at education and he's very good at a thing. So what kind of a presence do I not want to build? Again, that is very important thing also. That apart from that, what I wanted to build, what I don't want to build is also very essential. And this will, you will identify once you do that, the entire audit around your presence. And the section 5 is, and this is what you can see a personal branding concluding statement would be that, okay, I want to build a personal brand as a doctor who is known for XYZ and contributes through his XYZ action point. One thing I'll stop doing and one thing I'll start building. This kind of a statement, if you do this, 4 sections, this all 4, identity, behavior, proof, and a present, then you'll be able to derive on this particular statement about, I wanted to build a personal brand or as a doctor who is known for something and contributes to something. So personality brand or a personal brand is you can say a total experience, your total experience. And obviously it should be assigned, aligned with all your personality things, aligned with your own USP kind of a thing, and then only you can start working on a personal branding. Now I am taking to the next most discussed and most kind of a people are thinking about that कि डॉक्टर ब्रांड पहले आएगा या हॉस्पिटल ब्रांड पहले आएगा. So the simple statement I over here I put it is like, we are into the healthcare, and healthcare is all about human, and one human trusting on another human. So patients are trusting on a doctors. At the same time, they trust on a brand, clinic also, the hospital also. But end of the day, doctor is the hero. So faces build trust actually. The human beings, they build the trust. And when it comes to hospital brand or a clinic brand, so आपकी clinic brand कैसे बनती है? Any clinic or any hospital become a brand because of their structure, because of their, the entire system, because of their, presence into the, entire region, that how they are putting forward their proof, how they are, expressing their presence into the market, how people are talking about that hospital. On the basis of that, they become a, hospital brand. So basically, hospital brand, you require a lot of systems in a place. And I always say that, whenever somebody wants to get confused between the clinic brand or a personal brand, the simple solution or simple questions, answers to this, that we need to balance both the things, because both the thing is very important if you are thinking about the scaling up. If you wanted to known for your own, like, somebody wants to build up their brand only, and he wanted to ready to create such an ecosystem that he and his family or friends only will be there and they'll create the entire ecosystem, then is okay. But if you wanted to scale it up your business, if you wanted to multiply your business, and if you wanted to partner other doctors in future, or maybe other doctors को आपको लाना भी है आपकी practice में as associate doctors, then somebody needs to work both hand to hand, and there are certain times where you need to leverage that personal brand to get more business for your hospital or a clinic brand. At the same time, there are certain times where you need to put your clinic and hospital brand on a top and leverage your personal brand to build up that hospital brand. So it's a vice versa. And people like us, what we do is we deep dive, we understand, we see the 5 years, 10 years, 15 years plan into it, and accordingly we balance both the things. There are certain times when it comes to a digital media and everything, we create two accounts, like one account is for a hospital and one account for the personal branding, because personal branding and the hospital communications cannot be mixed it up in one channel, because again it's an algorithm. Every platform has its own algorithm. So we always say that when it comes to personal branding, it should be on your own channel, and hospital or something, it's in your different channel, because there you'll be talking about a lot of things, and personal branding is all about your own thing, right? If you'll not work on this particular thing, and that what will happen is, if you'll not take it personal brand seriously and randomly will do the posting across, or posting or communicating or practicing across, then visibility will be there, but there is clarity would be not there. And visibility without clarity is always a dangerous. Like, so we need to be a very clear about what exactly we want in this life. And if we'll not clear that thing out, then what will happen is it will create unnecessary confusion. Unnecessary people will take you in a wrong perception. And end of the day, I put this particular word called burnout. Burnout in terms of a physical, mental, and the financial. Because I had seen a lot of doctors who are putting a lot of advertisement cost, a lot of money into the, the overall, infrastructure development and all, but they don't have a clarity on this, the entire identity, or on a personal branding, or a clarity on the entire system. And end of the day, they think that, okay, where are क्या कर रहा हूं मैं? What people are not understanding my thing. People are not correlating me with this particular thing, which is I'm very good at. So that create the entire, the confusion around this thing. And to come out of this entire confusion zone or thing, one thing is very clear in our healthcare. This is like, I always say that you should really follow this kind of a basic thing, that credibility, trust is something, the pillar of your healthcare brand or a personal brand. But that comes with the clarity. If you don't have a clarity in your, entire branding, personal branding, then nothing will happen. But if you have a clarity and if you are not consistent enough to do that kind of activities across offline, online, then obviously there is no contribution into it. So obviously we need to have this kind of a framework where we need never ever forget this kind of a pillars, that credibility, clarity, consistency, and the contribution, which really makes you as a personal brand. And I really want, I'll share that particular PDF which I created for this thing in the group, so everyone can take a printout of that thing and put a remarks on it, that what exactly you are, and what is your personality is all about. Who are you as a personal brand? And again, last, personal branding is not about becoming visible. It's about becoming professionally undeniable. And that's it. And there is last two slides because we had said a lot of Gyan, the identity, behavior, proof, and the praises. But to do that, once you do that kind of entire activity, you need to work on this entire gamut of a healthcare marketing, which includes your unique brand, your strategic marketing plan, your online visibility in terms of social media, SEO, website, and all the stuff. Obviously, you need to have your colleagues who send you the patients, the traditional media where which can be used for creating that kind of a proof, because editorial or the articles or PR activities, this is very much required. Internal marketing, because internal marketing, your brand ambassador, if you remember the first session of us, the brand ambassadors kind of internal marketing, that is very essential in this entire gamut of a personal branding, because they also should talk about you the same you want it to be, and the entire, the employee management. And in digital marketing, particularly, the earlier slide was all about the integrated marketing communication, and this particular slide is all about the digital marketing, that entire gametes you require to have the proper presence, the proper identity of yours. So in the end, knowing is knowing and doing is doing. Now you know that, this kind of a framework, which I am utilizing from last maybe 9 to 10 years now, with the various doctors and the organizations, and we are getting amazing results out of it. So we thought of that, we should combine that knowledge into one framework, and I had presented along with you. So if you think that, this is really working, you can start doing it. So knowing is knowing and doing is doing. So I'm just stopping my presentations over here and opening the entire forum for our discussions. Because today, again, it's the last sessions. So first what we'll do is we'll talk about the personal branding first. Then after, Susil will take 5 or 10 minutes to present amazing tool. And after that, we are again opening the session for a entire, because we had done the entire 4 sessions. So we really wanted to know any hurdles, anything, any which ways. We are there on a PDP WhatsApp group, but we really wanted to interact here also today. So let's talk. Anybody has any doubt or clarifications on any arguments? Let's have it.
Sir, about the 5 stages of steps you mentioned about filling it up, we have done the introspection and we have filled it up. Is there a way to sort of, validate these are the points we need to be working on? I mean, is there a way to know that these are actually the points that stands to be worked upon? The points, what this is our feeling, whether it is practically the problem or practically the things we need to be working on. Is there a way to, look into that? Or it is just our inner calling, we have mentioned it, and just based on that, we need to start working.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for asking these particular questions and very relevant and thanks that you had asked. So this will clear a lot of doubts. So first of all, understand the personal branding is not about something, copy paste kind of a thing. It should be your own thing. It should comes
Yes.
with because every human being is different. So validation would happen with the interaction with your members, interaction with your team members, interaction with your family, friends. Because what will happen is like, for example, say, I am Akhil Dave, and maybe I don't know whether you were there on our first session or not.
No, I missed it.
You were there on a first session?
No, I missed it, sir. I missed it.
Okay. Now give me one thing about myself. What do you think? Who am I? So
Is
very,
it,
very openly, whatever. आपको गाली बोलना है, जो भी बोलना है, you just say it. But just say it. Who am I?
you are a mentor who is going to help us with the marketing strategies or, training us for the marketing part of it.
That is my action point. That is what I'm doing it. But one thing you like about me or one thing you don't like about me. The characteristics, like somebody, you only said about transparency, right? If I'm not wrong.
I told them.
No.
So if you can tell me about this thing, like what?
Good thing would be like you're well groomed or you're well dressed. I have attended Ophthall conferences earlier also. I've seen you. So good thing would be that.
Okay, so you had seen my, outer world, the personality that made you good. Like you are relating that way to me.
Yeah.
So if I give you my identity document, so I put very categorically that when what you say that when you die and the last ritual is happening. So I wanted to be known as a healthcare marketing expert. And because I am wearing this white shirt from last 25 years, people should recognize me with this white shirt. So the white shirt meant healthcare marketing expert. This is what
Yes.
in my last rituals I wanted to become. And from last 10 years, I am working around the same thing. And that's the reason across my clients, across my various association with the various say plastic and cosmetic or a dental or orthopedic, gynecology, this association, everywhere because I'm like that only. I like only one thing and that is healthcare marketing. If somebody says that, you become a partner to me in a clinic or a hospital because you know the marketing, let's do it a business together. I say, Miss, namaste, thanks a lot. Sorry, I can't do this because I know only one thing and that is healthcare marketing. So I put my boundaries also that, whatever comes into the things, I never ever involve myself into the businesses where healthcare marketing is not top priority or healthcare marketing is not there. So that way, to verify your personal branding, you need to cross verify or cross questioning or indirectly you need to verify with your own circle only. That only you'll come to know. But never ever change your, you can say, the originality, the original you, because that's what your personality is all about. You should not change because you wanted to achieve something. If, for example, say suddenly I'll say no, let me white shirt is not. I'll wear the black shirt and let me create the personal brand around black shirt. Come on, no, I don't like it. I I like it. I'm wearing it because of comfort from beginning.
Yeah.
Not because of building the brand. I started wearing the white shirt just because I like it. It's very comfortable. Then I realized, oh my God, this is something because people are recognizing me this way. कि you are always wearing a white shirt. तेरी बीवी को तो परेशान हो जाती होगी. Your wife would be in trouble because how you are maintaining this white shirt. Then I realized, oh my God, people are recognizing me from my white shirt. So that's how, I started doing it. So I think I'm able to tell you this thing. Somebody is asking something in the chat. Let me ask. Sir, you have found your, oh my God. Sweta madam, this book, absolutely. Everybody should read this particular book. My God, Ikigai. But it's a lot of philosophical things are there, so it's very difficult to. So Sweta madam was saying, sir, you have found your Ikigai. Anyway, anybody have any query? Senthil sir?
No, I think it has been very interesting. Maybe few points I wanted to add.
Yes, sir.
One thing is about this personal branding, why it is important. Even the way you are dressing and all these things forms a part of personal branding. Basically, because people perceive a well-dressed person as more truthful, most honest. For example, there was an experiment conducted in England where there were two people who had to act like they had a cardiac arrest in the railway station, in this station. So one person was well dressed with a tie and suit, and he fell down acting, pretending that he had a cardiac arrest. And there was another person simultaneously on another part who was not like, who was a very dressed in a poor way, shabby way. He pretended that he had a heart attack and he fell down. So there were almost 30 people who went and tried to help the person who was well dressed. And there was not even one person who went and wanted to help the person who was shabbily dressed, because people always relate that a well dressed person is really truthful, and maybe a shabbily dressed person is maybe is drunk. That is why he fell down. Maybe he didn't have a heart attack. People always relate that way. So, in terms of personal branding, if you want to establish that authority position, I think it also begins with the way you are dressed. That is something very important. And in terms of, you are also talking about the social proof. Basically, proof is also very important in terms of this personal branding. For example, Dr. Sailesh was talking about the he winning all the awards that are being displayed, and then things like your authority position, that also contributes a lot to the personal. People believe things which are told by authorities. For example, why do the companies use Dhoni as a brand ambassador? Is because when Dhoni supports a brand, people believe that it is more true and authentic. So basically, to develop yourself as an authority. For example, if you want to say you are a good LASIK surgeon, you have to actually develop that authority position by personal branding. Basically, for example, you have been invited in an international LASIK conference, or you're training other doctors in LASIK, or you received some big award by the society. All those things create a kind of authority position. So whenever somebody who's in authorities, yes, sir, please.
So I just wanted to add, because you were saying that, you wanted to become an authority in a LASIK surgery.
Yeah.
I don't name particular doctor, but I know one doctor that, he's so passionate about LASIK surgery that whatever the LASIK में आगे पीछे, whatever the things are coming, he always talk about the LASIK. Whenever I met him in a conferences or workshop or anywhere, he always talk about the LASIK.
Yeah.
And he always, so that also a kind of, the behavior, the kind of a passion. Because apart from, if you wanted to achieve something, you should have that passion also to do that thing. And if you have a passion, automatically it will reflect into the various. You don't need to tell anyone about this thing, because perception. I just, share one slide, because perception, everybody's perception towards something is different. For example, say this is why I just quickly got this from my one of the presentation. So what do you think? This particular bag belongs to whom? Who is the owner of this bag? Any guess?
Architect, maybe an architect. I don't know.
Why architect, sir?
A
Anybody
person
else?
who
Anybody
travels
else
a lot.
wanted to put anything?
A person who travels a lot.
A person who travels a lot. Okay.
Who's
Be an
very
artist.
organized, basically.
Oh, wow. Wow. He looks like a organized. Sir, you said architect. How
Yeah,
many architects you know that he is very organized?
architect knows that he is very organized by maybe having everything when he travels to a place to take a survey or something. He is
Hmm.
having everything he needs to take, like there is a field note, and there is also something like all the
But
pen to draft.
he had put it in a very proper, into the pouch. He had put everything very properly.
Mm.
To be very frank, I had seen a lot of architects who are like, his office is like, one paper is this side, one paper is this side. He's working on a various thing. There are, big charts are there, big drawings are there. So it's like all mash up, but they are the creative people.
So this is
It's
like
my
a
boss.
very organized person, then somebody who's very organized, very perfectionist. I don't know.
So why I put this particular frame, whenever I go to the customer persona thing, like, how we need to decide the customer persona for healthcare marketing. That time I used to play this particular thing to establish that thing that, every human mind is seeing things in a different way. The perception towards that thing is different, and it's lot of things influence that person's perception with their culture, the background, the 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 community they are coming to, uh, the people around them, they are meeting to whom, they are doing what. So everything comes together and they create the perception towards certain things. So when it comes to a personal branding goes in the same way. There are a lot of things, lot of proofs, lot of presence, सब कुछ इकट्ठा होके somebody's personal brand is created. So it's not only one thing. There are a lot of things. So appearance is one of the things. When you talk about the appearance, I still remember uh, Apple founder, this Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
So whenever I say Steve Jobs, you can see the visuals. That visual having what? The black t-shirt or a tee
Yeah, without buttons.
without button. Sometime you see in a short pants. He never wear like shorts pant, the half pants.
Yeah.
So sometime when my early days, whenever seeing his videos, oh my God, this is how big this guy, and he's not having the dressing sense. He's not wearing the proper, because whenever we go to the conferences or whenever we go to the stage, we take the proper dressing up and everything, because we think that this is the persona. But his personal branding, always we see as an innovator. We always see as a something he had created, an amazing product, amazing thing he had created. He built up the Apple. So we always correlate him as a that innovations, something out of the box. We always correlate that personality with that. So that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, because I think Steve Jobs basically he was very not liking buttons. He was almost having like an allergy for buttons. He never used to like buttons as a small child also. Second thing was he didn't want to spend his time on selecting his attire. Like I think that is why you are wearing the white shirt, because you
Yes, sir.
don't want to spend your time basically on selecting which shirt and all, because it's very convenient to have one. Maybe maintenance wise it might be difficult, but maybe I would prefer a black shirt because that is still easier to maintain.
Yes.
And that was the tourist. The other thing is fair doctor. There are so many, because you talked about perception. A fair doctor is a fair looking. A dark person and a fair person. A fair person is perceived to be more truthful. a good looking woman doctor is perceived to be more truthful, more professional, more talented than different other doctors. So a lot of perceptions also people
That is
have,
wrong, actually. That is
because
wrong.
whatever we think, people most of the thing, because generally we think that things are coming, we see a thing, then it goes to the brain. But actually 80% of the things is from inside out, not from outside in.
Absolutely.
Like 80% of the perception you already form before.
Like Nasruddin Shah, Abdul Kalam.
Yeah,
These are the name like Nasruddin Shah, Abdul Kalam. These are the people who are not looking good,
yeah,
but they are very good people. People are
yeah,
remembering them
correct.
for that.
So even before the patient visits the hospital, 80% of how you are is perceived in the mind of the patient.
Yes, because they had created your aura,
Your
your
image, your image,
your
everything.
presence with the proof, with the presence. And that's where we had talked about that if you wanted to create that kind of a presence or a proof, you need to start working with the zero, the identity. Once you, but आधे लोगों को, believe me, sir, when we do this kind of a consulting with the doctors or a new startup, new companies, we ask them that, why you are into the business? Why you wanted to do this business?
Mm,
तो एक बार ऐसा पॉज कर लेते हैं अरे यार पैसे बनाना है वी वांटेड टू मेक अ मनी I said okay so for making the money there are a lot of businesses why you wanted to do this only then
mm.
he's okay this is something drive me this is something I'm passionate about me that's where today's session was that you start working on that thing bend down the things and see the results like amazing results itself. I think Vaisali madam wants to say
So
something.
before that, just one comment to add. Basically, whatever personal branding we create and everything, but end of the day, it is like there is this interesting book by David Hawkins where he's talking about this truth and trust. Like, see, one thing is if you are creating a personal brand as a truthful, ethical person, but still you really have to be truthful. Like, because the more truthful you are, the more trusted you develop. For example, that curve, let's say you take trust on the left side of the curve, and then truth on the bottom, like two lines, you imagine two lines. And then initial stages, you are truthful, truthful, truthful. The trust is developing on a flat curve. And then suddenly, after a point of time, the trust will peak. So that is when you automatically, if you develop the trust, money is just a byproduct. No, money will automatically come. So whatever your personal brand stands for, you're creating. End of the day, if you are not truthful and honest and delivering to the truth, personal branding, it will not really work because people will also find out about you. That also. So for example, people like let's say Steve Jobs or even Warren Buffett and all these people are on the top of the trust curve. Like initially they were truthful, things were going in a small race. Suddenly it has picked up. So the more you are on top of the truth and trust curve, automatically your business, the
But
more.
in recent, if I talk about the Donald Trump,
Mm, mm, mm,
everybody will talk something about him.
mm.
He's doing nonsense thing. Like, everybody, whatever he's, this thing. But
Mm.
Donald Trump is equal to people will say something.
Yeah, yeah,
And 90% people will say the same thing.
yeah.
Because his proof, his presence, and his act is doing that thing.
Correct. Only
So,
thing, this truth doesn't apply to politicians.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We
So,
don't want to go into it, but I'm just saying that there are certain acts and presence which always say that.
yeah.
Vaisali madam, you were saying something.
Sir, I wanted to ask this. In proof, you mentioned that where have you genuinely created impact beyond routine practice? So, can you elaborate on that point a little?
Okay, so for example, say you are ophthalmologist, and apart from a ophthalmologist, you are into some craft also. You are into some kind of activities also. If you are, just not apply that every time everybody should do it, but some kind of a contribution apart from your routine professional business, routine professional thing, contribution in terms of maybe giving a free things to someone, giving your time investment into some activities.
Okay.
That kind of thing. For example, say I'll put a example of a Dr. Sumit Kapadia because he's my client and we are working with him from last 7-8 years. So Dr. Sumit Kapadia is a well-known vascular surgeon, and he's having his personal branding like anything. If you'll search, you will find it. He's a big name on a digital platform. At the same time, he's a very good person because in our area, whenever we meet, like, social culture or social meetings, recently we had done the book reading club into the garden. So he always on a frontier, like he always go, be a, participate into that kind of activities, and he presents into all uh, services, like, activity over it. Like in morning, people were, there was like 2 hours, everybody was putting mobile into something, and everybody is reading the books. So this is like kind of, activity we had started. So he had taken a frontier into it. So this is nothing to do with his business. It's nothing to do with the Dr. Sumit Kapadia. But because he wanted to contribute back to the society, he wanted to be a part of certain activities, initiative. So he's always there on various activities. So that way, he's contributing in terms of his time and the knowledge. And apart from that, he does training on YouTube marketing to the fellow doctors. There are a lot of doctors who are teaching YouTube from Dr. Sumit Kapadia. And personally, is giving that kind of, okay, you have to be clear, because at the end of the day, if all the doctors will start putting the ethical information, then the right information in YouTube, then overall general public will get, affected, and they'll get the clear idea about the disease. So that kind of activity I'm talking about, apart from your professional thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think, sir, if nobody has any things to say, then we can talk. Susil, you wanted to present something.
Yeah, actually, when beginning of this program in January, we had a discussion about this WhatsApp tool,
Okay.
basically automation for patient, right from scheduling patient appointment to information about the disease, pre-operative instructions, post-operative. There was always requirement for an automated WhatsApp tool, which I think Sushil has been developing the last 3 months and 3-4 months, and he will show a demo of that. And he would like all our PDP participants to also take the trial version of it and use it, and we can also co-develop it. If it's good, we can start using it, or else if there are changes to be done, we can always co-develop it. So Sushil will talk about that for a few minutes, and then we can get back into the session. Sushil, you are there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Doctor. Thank you for the opportunity. So let me present the video once.
Sound, we are not getting.
Never sleeps.
Yeah.
Picture a world where your hospital receptionist never sleeps, where every inquiry is met with an instant response. At What's Nexus, we're crafting the future of conversational intelligence, trading screen time for FaceTime. Our neural language model handles patient inquiries, sends pre- and post-operation medication reminders, filters high-intent leads, auto follow-ups, and can even book appointments in the patient's own language. And when human attention is needed, it sends a clear summary to your team, highlighting priority and risk. We handle the digital flood, so you can focus on your vision of healing. What's Nexus, your automated front desk partner?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. So basically, you might have seen this WhatsApp API tools which are already present, which has a common number and there are two, three logins the reception team, the telecalling team might use. But this is more than that because current telecalling team is, or the reception team is available at a part of the working time, like 9 to 5. Also, they won't be fully available and they won't have the full answers for some questions. Also, they might be handling with the inpatients and phone calls and also WhatsApp. It's a hectic process for them. Also, it's not multilingual and they're not available 24 into 7. And instant response and especially in paid marketing like paid ads like Google and Meta ads, people want instant response over there, or else your competitors' ads might be popping up and they will start showing up. So all this are there. So we are working with around 6+ hospitals in ophthalmology right now, and we have found this issue with all the hospitals. They're not able to cater the WhatsApp leads as soon as possible. So we thought of why not develop a tool, and we have developed a tool which can do all the traditional functionalities that the WhatsApp API has. WhatsApp API has basically bulk messaging system, like you need to send 1,000 people offer message or broadcast or something that can be done. But add on to that, what we are trying to solve here is instant response with AIs. So let's say one person wants to ask you about they want to book an appointment or they have an issue or any query that they want to text in WhatsApp. This AI will start texting automatically and more often humanized way of communication. It's still in the testing phase. It's still in the beta version, but we are starting pilot from Monday with a few hospitals that we have partnered with. And the process is also very simple. Just connect your WhatsApp number, and there will be a simple knowledge base, which is a document where you give whatever details that you are given for your receptionist. For example, what are the prices for LASIK, or what are types of lenses, or what basically what FAQs people usually ask is the doctor available on this day, and do you see pediatric ophthalmology, and squint, have you treated any cases? All this will be automatically answered by the AI, just because of a document. You don't need to have a third person configuring every time. Just a simple document will be enough. Also, add on to that, we are adding up a follow two more features, which is lead pull, which you would have seen the status where every lead is categorized. So every lead, when I mean every patient or everyone who texts, gives up with a summary and how much is their interest level. Are they ready to come book an appointment, or ready to visit the center? All this is given instantly with the neural score, like what is their interest level with the
Sushil, can
summary.
you tell like how the leads are generated? Like because people may not understand when you say lead intelligence.
Okay,
So the
lead.
leads are like basically people calling you on the hospital reception, and then people coming through your Instagram, people coming through your email from the website or website contact page. Or through your promotions if you're doing some marketing campaigns, so that is lead generated. So but how exactly the leads, do they also need a CRM, or how the leads will get into this WhatsApp?
No, just anyway, sir. Basically, if now the current system which a hospital mostly will have is they will have a WhatsApp number which is connected to a single number where people text them, and if the phone and the person is available, they text back. Okay, and that is the problem, and they are not able to respond instantly. But what we are trying to solve is this, yeah, instant response with AI with the humanized language is the solution here,
No,
and
no.
it also
See,
does the automatic
see, if a hospital is getting a lead from the website, and if
website.
a
Yeah.
hospital is getting a lead from phone call, people calling the
Mm.
reception, hospital
Mm.
getting a lead from Instagram comment. So how all those leads get into this app?
No, currently it's all WhatsApp, sir. If the lead is texting you on WhatsApp, this WhatsApp will help you in responding to them and make sure that they are
Okay, so
a
as of
quality lead.
now, it's a WhatsApp. So
It,
lead is
it's a
like
WhatsApp tool
contacting.
which qualifies the patient for you, so
Okay.
that the receptionist team doesn't needs to
So
each
basically,
answer in.
patient gets into the WhatsApp. For example, in the website, you display the WhatsApp number. All
Yes.
those. Then patients initially connect to the WhatsApp. Once the patient connects into the WhatsApp, this tool takes over and starts answering. Okay.
So, for
Another
example,
idea,
let's say
how, let's say a hospital WhatsApp number, can it, how do you integrate this into that WhatsApp number?
you just need a new number which is not connected to WhatsApp, or if you are connected to an WhatsApp existingly, you just need to remove it and give it to us. We'll connect it to the Meta ad account and we'll give the login in one day, because the verification will take one day, 1 to maximum of 3 days if there is any issue, and then we'll give you the trial version of the login. You can use it for 3 months. And
Okay.
after that, there will be a subscription based model. So basically, if you could see here, sir, so let's say the patient is asking what is LASIK, and AI is replying. The knowledge base is not fully fed, so it's replying this way. If the knowledge base is completely done, you will have the full data. Whatever
Knowledge, you have to explain what is the knowledge
okay,
base.
knowledge base is simple, a document, simple document. So your receptionist might have a document, right? SOP. Whatever questions a patient asks, what they need to reply. They
So,
will
for
have this
example, knowledge base is like if the consultation time is morning 9 to 12 and
on,
evening
yeah.
5 to 8, that is added into the knowledge base. So, when
Yeah, that
patient
is added to the knowledge base.
there are
What is the doctor's
doctors, the
specialty?
doctor's name, okay. And whatever you want to convey, that is created, the hospital has to type it once into the knowledge base, then
Once in the
automatically,
document. And
okay, okay, I got
yeah,
it.
and also here you will have the doctor's name. So here, if you see, you could have the appointments if appointment is booked here. So let's say via chat, someone is texting here, and so see here, hey, tell me. So he wants to book an appointment. So yeah, so if you could see here, what is LASIK, and he's AI is telling LASIK is about the LASIK, and it's asking whether would you like to book a free consultation, and replies yes. Okay, please share your name and contact number and these details. And the person can I book an appointment on Monday, then it replies no, there's no doctor availability, and he's available on my Thursday 9:30 a.m. And then it will check the availability and please hold on. So if we have connected to the existing appointment database, it will automatically confirm the appointment. So also add on to that, it'll do automatically follow-ups. This is not yet live yet, but it'll be live by this Thursday, which basically understands the lead pattern. He's texting and he doesn't reply back in after 4 hours. The lead automatically, the AI automatically follows up with them. Hey, you are interested about inquiring about LASIK. Are you still interested, or do you have any questions? Or it's based on the hospital's protocol. So let's say you wanted to have more patient education towards it, and it'll send a video about patient about the doctor, or about LASIK, or what type of lenses are there. All this also pre-op and post-op. So that also will be fed into the knowledge base. Once you have updated the EMR or a Google Sheet, which this person has been surgery advised and they have booked for the surgery on this date, it will start before day 5 is the surgery day. It will start sending you reminders based on, so you need to have take this drops and medication. All this will be sent. Any doubts? Yeah, I'm sure.
So this tool will be integrated with your EMR. Only then it can give appointments.
No, as of now, it has a separate appointment booking software, sir. I mean, the appointment will be showcased here in calendar ways. But EMR, it is subject to the EMR, because some EMRs are very closed environment. They won't allow third-party integration. If your EMR allows third-party integration, we can do it, sir.
So there will be two appointment systems, one through the EMR and one through this.
One through this. So people who are texting in WhatsApp, they can directly book it here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but our core feature, what we would like to solve here is responding to the any query at the moment. It responds instantly with this basic questions which patients repetitively ask. The receptionist definitely answer. We don't want the receptionist to waste time on that. So this AI will take care of, and also the follow up part.
These responses which this software is given, are they center specific or they are general responses?
No, sir, center specific. That's what when you are getting into the software, you will prepare a document stating that this is my hospital name. These are my doctors available for these are the services, and what is my costing. All this will be given as a document here. So if you could see here, Ophthall eye care, I have given a document. Based on this document, they is answering.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Shweta, ma'am.
Hi, Sushil. Very good initiative. I wanted to ask whether it's customizable in regional languages.
Yeah, ma'am. Also, I missed out the point. Yeah, it's custom. It answers in any region, any languages, Hindi, Marathi, English, Tamil, whatever. But it's more good, currently prominent and good with responses in terms of Hindi and Tamil and Telugu.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Vaishali, ma'am.
Sushil, this also has a follow-up reminder feature. Like if somebody is a
Yes.
glaucoma patient and I want to send them a reminder for IOP
Yeah.
checkup.
So if you could see here, there is an option called lead pool, which gives you the total leads which are present. I mean, leads like queries patient who have texted, and with the score, like what is the heat state? Heat state, how it defines is like what time, like are they frequently texting you, and are they really interested based on their text AI analysis, and also it gives you a summary. The client asked about LASIK eye surgery and wanted a free consultation. They did not provide their details, so it also gives you a summary, so you don't need to read the whole chat and know who they are. So if you find this the summary is enough, your receptionist can straight away call them and have a phone conversation, or AI can take over and book an appointment for you. Also, in terms of follow up, there will be an action to it. Currently, it's not available since it's not live in the public version. But automated follow up, basically, it can you will set up what time period you need to follow up with them. There will be 2 3 protocols, like first follow-up should be 4 hours after, the second follow-up will be 2 days after, then 5 days after. So it'll do it automatically based on that. So you'll just set up the protocol 1 2 3 based on how you want to, because some cases, some brands doesn't want to follow up persistently, so they want to follow up once in a week, or or whenever they are broadcasting something, these leads will be included in that. All those features will be included. Yes, Deepak sir.
Uh, it's very good. We are struggling with this because there are a lot of inquiries which comes at the night, and obviously no one
Yes.
responds them. And when the next day we follow up them, they are again gone
Hmm.
because the person
Yes,
who are
yes,
very active on this,
exactly.
they are very they go away in a few hours if you don't respond. Uh,
Exactly, sir.
my question is how it is different from WhatsApp Meta, which some persons are using for these responses.
Okay, so first thing is the traditional WhatsApp API that are, they don't have this AI features, even though some companies are currently adopting, but the process of setting up is very difficult. I mean, they have the certain workflows, step one, step two, you need to set up all the workflows. But here you don't need anything. We'll just give you a prompt and you just need to answer it. And that answer will be created as a document. And if you upload the document, the AI will train it itself. And there will be a phase to test your responses, testing playground, like how a patient texts and what AI replies, and yeah, once it's good to go, you can start sending. There's no hard configuration, nothing you need to do. Also, if you want to update something, let's say Sunday you are on leave, you can just open the knowledge base document and just mention Sunday's leave, and that's it. You don't need to have juggle with all the settings.
But
Also, if you could see, yes sir.
you need a separate new number for that.
It's better to have a new number, or else if you have an existing WhatsApp number, you have to deactivate the old WhatsApp and get it to the new one.
Okay, but
Because sorry sir, the WhatsApp that you have in mobile phone is different. This is WhatsApp business. I mean, WhatsApp API business. That is just normal WhatsApp, which is for consumer grade.
no, we are using WhatsApp business already,
Hmm.
but basically it and everywhere the number is from Facebook, Insta, and everywhere the number is at website is some number. So if we change at every place, I think Akhil sir may guide it. May it does it will it have an impact on our presence in the social media, like for new number?
Uh, it's so what we recommend is mostly mostly what we help do with the brands is they have a primary phone number which they have been using for a long time, because some people have saved their number in the contact list, so we don't want to lose that. Let that number be there. This number will be an additional number, second number.
Okay.
Yes. So online campaigns and everything will be mostly used this number, so that every lead is responded instantly.
Apart from subscription charges, that messages are also chargeable.
Yes, sir.
two-way
The
communication.
usual charges which others charge, there will be meta charges. Add
Yeah.
on to that, there will be an AI cost since this is AI, but that will also be included in the subscription, so you don't need to worry.
We have to pay subscription charges plus messaging charges. There are then the two-way
Yes,
charges.
yes,
If patient is
yes.
asking for a query and you are answering them.
Yes, exactly, sir. So how does Meta works is for per marketing message charge somewhere around 0.90 paise and for per utility message charge 0.13 paise. So when I mean marketing, like if you're doing some promotional offers, Meta understands that this is promotional template. So it charges 0.90, and if it's utility, let's say you're getting post-op, pre-op reminder, it charges 0.13. But this charges is just for one day, one. So let's say you are sending a message to Sushil Aditya today, and one message is sent, 0.13 is charged, and after that no charges is done for 24 hours. Then after 24 hours again, if you send a marketing message, 0.90 paisa will be charged.
But if you are sending to multiple patients, then 0.90 multiply by number of patients, right?
Yes, exactly, sir.
Hmm.
So yeah, also to this, you could see this is the whole dashboard where you can see what is the total leads, total AI resolved campaigns, how much messages has AI resolved, how much escalated to agent. Escalated to agent in the sense like if some questions are very tricky or if AI is not able to answer, it will be shown directly here. And also it will be shown in the live operations, like these are leads, 10 minutes they are waiting, and is there any escalations like questions which are very tricky or whether the AI is not able to answer, this will be popped up here so that the receptionist person can just concentrate on these important leads alone. So after this session, we'll drop a trial link. Who are all interested in the trial, they can register, and my team will get in touch with you and give you the trial access for next 3 months. You can start using it with your hospital and give your feedbacks. We'll continuously improve and do the needful, sir. Any questions?
अच्छा
For trial as well, will it be working on our existing number? Like what all changes do we have to do?
ठीक है
Sorry, sir, your voice is not clear.
For trial version, do you have to make any changes in your existing number or like how does it work?
Yeah, you can, same way, sir. If you're buying a subscription, whatever we are doing, same way. If you have existing number, you can use it, or if you want to have a new number, you can do that to no issues. But it's
For the
better to
trial
have a
version
new
as well.
number. Yes, sir. It's better to have a new number. When I mean new number, a number which is not using WhatsApp currently, because sometimes there is an issue with previous people who are using WhatsApp because the deactivation time takes some 1 2 days, and we need to reach the support and resolve it.
But it
If
is
you
doable.
want,
But it is doable.
yeah, it's doable. But if you want it to be that case, also one more thing, some doctors want the backup of the old chats which are
Right.
currently talk. So if you want that then you need to buy a new number,
Okay. Okay.
because if you are transitioning to this, your old chats will get deleted. And once you get into the WhatsApp API, then whatever tool you would shift to, the chats will stay the same.
Okay. What are the subscription charges, sir?
Subscription currently we are planning to price it somewhere around 4,499, sir. 4,500 somewhere around that. Starting from, and there will be add-on packages. But as of now, we wanted to give it away for trial for next 3 months, and for PDB participant, we are planning to give some discounts for 1 year packages. We are still working on it, sir. This tool is under development yet, so we are starting pilot with some of the doctors coming week. So after that, based on the feedback and everything, the pricing will be finally decided, sir.
Okay, this
So this
4,000.
per message charge, yeah. Listen,
Sorry.
these per message charges will be like what, pre or postpaid kind of thing, or like based on the
No,
number
sir.
of what I
It
have?
is a wallet where you will recharge into your wallet. How do you do in
Okay.
Amazon Pay balance, all this? You will recharge. There will be minimum criteria like 1,000 rupees you need to recharge. Then you can spend on it, and the spending will
Got
be
it.
shown in the billing sections.
Got it.
So here it will be shown how much is spent. All data should be visible here. How much for marketing. So here you can recharge the wallet. What is your spend? Everything will be showcased here. So
Right.
yes. Any other questions, sir?
I think everything is clear. I
Yes.
think one of, yeah, you had already talked about the subscription charges. Perfect, perfect.
Yes.
So nothing to left. So because this is the, last session of our marketing, I really wanted to, open the forum because we have another 20 minutes to go. No, it's almost 10 minutes. So 10, 15 minutes. If anybody has any doubt from all these four sessions, we can, discuss it out. Any which ways, we are already there. Me, Ilyas, and Susil are always there on a WhatsApp group. That time, anyone can, discuss anything. They can reach it out, and we are happy to help that particular thing. But in between, because we have a 10 minutes to go, so if you wanted to discuss anything apart from personal branding or this tool, anything, from last three sessions. And how about where is sir? Senthil sir is there. Yeah. No doubts, nothing. Okay. So what I'll do is, yesterday I talked about this thing, and those who really wanted to, because I don't know, I was not present during that social media thing. So what I'll do is right now I'll be sharing one link in a WhatsApp group where you'll find the entire 11 PDFs. The every PDF will have so it's basically ethical social media practices, that what all kind of things we need to do it. There is one PDF which I put the all the links of the rules and regulations, and in that PDF itself there is a personal branding PDF, 11 number PDF. So you can download that PDF only, which is like workbook where you can have a question and answer kind of a thing. And if you find anything beyond that, if you are still think that the personal branding is something which is very priority for you, and you wanted to get into more detail, then I'm doing some business. I'll be sending one proposal also into the group where I'll be giving a one-on-one, interaction for 4 times. Like, it would be a 1 hour a consultation, one-on-one consultation. For example, say Dr. Senthil sir wants to become, we wanted to create the entire framework for, 3 years or 5 years, that how I should bring my brand up. Then it would be a one-on-one consultation kind of a thing where we together, myself and whoever is interested, we together will work around your personal branding. We'll discuss about the what are the things which we need to do it, how we need to do it, and I'll give you the clear-cut framework and a guidelines customized for you. So I'll be sending that proposal also. So it 10,000 rupees is the charges, and it will for 4 hours. Sorry, 4 sessions where mutual understanding timing will have a Gmeet, and we'll discuss in detail about your personal branding. And end of that particular 4 session, you'll be clear with your framework, the strategy of personal branding. So usually at HMS consultant, I used to charge 25,000 rupees, but Senthil sir said that you can't do this. So we are offering it 10,000 rupees. And those who are interested obviously need to consult the Dr. Senthil, and he'll guide you. Thank you. I think Dr. Senthil is there. He's coming, or we'll just stand up. Deepak sir, you had raised the hand right now or earlier? I don't know.
Yes, sir, right now. Sir,
Okay.
I have joined PDP program in the middle of March, so I missed the earlier things. The question is like how I decide the marketing budget. Like
Oh,
anyway.
wow. Amazing, sir. So marketing budget is required. So for example, say first of all, you need to see that whether you are a startup, you are mid-level, or you are already grown up. So at what level you are right now? For example, say you are how much into the practice? Like it's recently started.
I am in the practice since 11 years. So I started as a
Oh,
clinic. Now since 7 years, I am into the full hospital.
perfect. So 7 years, I consider as a mid. How is the competition around you?
Yeah, it's I'm
It's
in
the
the Jaipur.
destination.
I am in Jaipur, in the city of
Oh,
technology.
wow, sir. Wow, sir. I am very
Yes,
much aware about the Jaipur. So it's a neck to neck. So it's a high
yes,
competition
yes,
thing. Even the corporates are also there,
yes, sir.
providing amazing services. So, okay. Then you are already into the metro city. Now, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to go back to your balance sheet, see that what is the revenue you are already generating and what are the percentage hike you wanted to have in next financial year. So you need to put all the data together, do the competitive analysis that what exactly the competitors are doing in your area and how much you can penetrate. For example, say Jaipur, pure Jaipur mein you cannot do a marketing because
Yes,
Jaipur is very costly. One billboard, one hoarding will charge you like 1,75,000 to 2 lakhs rupees.
yes,
I'm talking about the offline. If I talk about the meta advertisement, if you'll target entire Jaipur, then on an average, a good marketer, good digital performing marketing agency will say 1,000 rupees minimum budget to spend per day.
okay,
If we talk about per campaign per day, 1,000 rupees. That means 30,000 rupees. So there are a lot of factors. What services you wanted to promote, for how much time you wanted to promote, and what is the ROI you are looking for, and what media you wanted to utilize for the marketing. Because marketing is not only about the digital marketing. Marketing is
yes,
all about offline marketing also, the traditional marketing also. The WhatsApp campaign right now, Susila told about it. Say for example, say in last 7, 10 years you gather say 50,000 database of your own, the patient related and everyone, and you wanted to send only one WhatsApp message to them, then also it's like 50,000 rupees.
mm,
So budget ideally at your level, minimum expected revenue का 10% is I think the ballpark figure as a standard pick, ऐसी जो practice होती है ना उस हिसाब से होना चाहिए आपका.
okay, sir.
Like for
Thank,
example, you are aiming 100 rupees, then 10 rupees should be the your marketing budget.
okay, sir. Okay,
But
thank you.
sir, it's very frankly speaking, there are a lot of scholars and Gnani are there who say 5% of a revenue you should invest into this, or 1% of a revenue you should invest into it. But believe me, I'm practicing it and I'm consulting with a lot of hospitals and doctors, area to area, competition to competition, geography to geography, everything gets changed actually. Even season nowadays, like
Yes,
seasonal effects are also coming because in particular season everybody is doing LASIK only, and there are particular season where LASIK is not doing. So मेटा की अगर बात करो फेसबुक पे तो कीवर्ड्स जो होते हैं वो कीवर्ड्स का लोग कितना एडवर्टाइजमेंट कर रहे हैं उसके बेस पे डिसाइड होता है कि कब दिखाएगा वो.
yes,
So a lot of algorithms goes around. तो बट या एडवर्टाइजमेंट में खर्चा तो करना पड़ेगा सर.
yes, sir. करना पड़ेगा.
It's an investment actually, not a cost investment. And I've seen a lot of people are doing that investment and getting amazing results.
Sir, how can we divide that 10% into different types of
Thank you,
uh,
Vaishali madam. It was really great to have this question. So again, say for example, say we'll just talk about the Jaipur. So Jaipur में अगर for example say doctor is there in Vaishali Nagar, for example. So Vaishali Nagar is one of the area, or maybe the Khasa Koti, that collectory side. So there's two the geography is a different mindset altogether. So you need to see that आपको जो किलोमीटर, for example say 2 kilometers of it or 5 kilometers of it, आपका जो target area है, the target area has influenced by what? What all the things people used to influence through. So Meta, see, advertisement, digital advertisement is everywhere. But apart from that, there are certain local things are also there. For example, say handouts, the leaflets, the local newspaper, the local channels, the local YouTube channels, local Instagram page, which has like 5,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. आपका एक पोस्ट आपके साथ कोलोबरेट कर देंगे इन इंस्टाग्राम के ऊपर. There are certain, society brandings are available. There are auto rickshaw branding are available. There are, no parking zone branding available. There is government, like, for example, I am from Vadodara, Gujarat. We have one scheme. If you are doing anything for a social awareness, then you can have a, temporary hoarding 10 by 10 at a cost of 5,000 rupees, and which will be placed at a 4 crossroads for 15 days. So it's a 10 by 10, 5,000 rupees, crossroad, highly visible area. The only rule is you can do a branding in a 30% of a portion. 70% you need to put a social message. So this kind of a collaboration also is required. So how much to invest into the online, how much invest into the offline, it's all depend again by doing all the exercises.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I think Susil, our Senthil sir is coming, or can we just end it up?
I guess we can end it. Sir is not here.
Okay, so thanks a lot, everyone, and I'll be sharing this two. One is link about this entire PDFs, which is ethical social media as well as this personal branding thing. And the second, I'll be sharing this the program, personalized program, if you wanted to enroll for anytime. Okay, thank you. See you together. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.